All right, Magician's comic. Let's get into it. So we have our heroes in New Fillory trying to open the Ark to get the Florians out. Margot pushes the button, and nothing happens. So as they're all kind of talking about it, Fen is in the background starting to get really hot. So she's like, "Hey, is anyone else getting like really hot all of a sudden?" And we start to see Margot and Josh also starting to get really hot, and their eyes are kind of turning yellow. And Alice is like, "What the fuck? Are you guys turning into werewolves right now? It's not even the quickening. Like, what is happening?" And Josh is like, "We don't know what's happening, but you need to get the fuck out of here, Alice. Like, you gotta run." And so Alice is like, "Oh shit! All right." So she grabs the Ark so she can keep it safe, and she just starts running. And then as she's running away from the werewolf, she collides with a mysterious man in black. And she's basically like, "Who the fuck are you?" And he's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And she's like, "What are you doing in our world?" And he's like, "Your world? I don't see your name on it." And so the werewolves are getting closer. She can hear them, and she's like, "Oh shit! Okay, well my friends are werewolves, and I got to do something about it, or they're going to kill us." And she's like, "Well, I don't know if I can because my fingers are kind of shit because of the fucking balls." And he's like, "Okay, no, don't worry, I got this." And he shows that he has 6 fingers and like starts to look really powerful. On Earth, we're dealing with Charlton and Elliot having trouble in paradise. Elliot is still kind of dealing with his feelings for the Dark King and his trauma with with Quentin. And so he's basically like, "Charlton, look, you're a really sweet guy, but I just can't do this right now." And of course, Charlton is all upset about that and storms out. So as Elliot's sitting, kind of just like moping, he looks over and he sees a peach and a plum on his nightstand, which he definitely did not put there. Also on Earth, we have Julia and Penny and Hope. Julia is working on spells and reading books, trying to find a way to communicate with her friends in New Fillory. We also have the Hedges. Katie and Pete are kind of, the bigwigs in the penthouse, and they also hang out with their friends Sloane and Joe. Sloane is Pete's cousin. That's how they kind of know each other. So that's kind of like the bare bones of part one. Of course, things are going to happen to further the story along, and then part two is a continuation of that story. And part three is kind of a standalone, but not really. I just wanted to give Katie and the Hedges their little time to shine because I really don't have anything bigger for them in this overall story. So part three is more of a little hedge quest. Part four is where we learn a little bit more about the mysterious man in black who knows Alice and also terrorizes Martin Chadwin, who is still alive, by the way. The beast is back, baby. Part five will be the finale, the conclusion of everything that's happening that built up, and then part six will be the epilogue. So we'll see who gets there happily ever after and who doesn't. So yeah, that's Fillory and Further-er in a nutshell. Hopefully it sounds interesting to you Magicians fans and you want to give it a read.